welcome to the Movie Scouts 007 Keyboard Road Warrior series, where we're proving that it's fun to drive Euro Truck Simulator 2 with nothing more than a laptop and its keyboard. Obviously I'd rather be playing with a steering wheel, but if you've watched any of my previous videos, you know I'm in New Zealand for a year and the laptop was all that we could bring. So, we've done 7 journeys now. We've tried out all of the potential trucks that we're going to buy, with the exception of the specials. I think there's a Scania Highline, there's the Renault's Magnum, and there is, I think there's another Iveco Highway. But we've tried all of the vehicles we're going to try. We now have £28,000 in our bank account. If you remember, very early on, the bank offered to loan us some money, and we're now going to take them up on that offer. We're going to borrow £320,000, which we're going to have to pay back at £4,630 a day. That works out at 70 repayments. That's not 70 journeys. As you go on, you'll end up doing more than one journey, more than one day in a journey. I think in my other profile, my private profile, I think towards the latter end of my paying off my loan, I was paying 3 to 4 days of money in each journey. So it goes quicker than you'd think. So, new loan. You're asking for a loan of £320,000. 70 days and an interest rate of 12%, possibly the lowest interest rate you'll ever see anywhere in the world, apart from maybe a student loan. A student loan in the UK, which is still nonsense. But that's a conversation for another time. So do you wish to confirm your application? Yes, we do. We now have a bank balance of £348,228. We're going to buy a Volvo. So, let's go to a truck dealer. We're going to go to the Volvo dealer in London. Let's just drag that down. You can see we've discovered a few dealerships. Volvo, Renault, where have we got? Another Volvo, DAF, Mercedes, another DAF. But we're going to go to London and we're going to visit the selected dealer. Now, we would be... once we've bought 5 trucks, we'll be able to buy them online. I think you even get a discount. I think they're cheaper when you buy them online. But we haven't bought 5 trucks yet, and we're not allowed to buy online. So we're going to have to make do with visiting the dealership and buying the lorry there and then. But we're going to customize it a little bit. So this is the dealership. This is the Volvo dealership. All of the dealerships look exactly the same. The only difference is the lorries that you can buy, the manufacturer of lorry. Now this is what we really want, but we don't think that we can buy this until we're level 12. But it would be really nice. Oh, hello. No, what we can't do is we can't buy the cab until we're the cab I want until we're level 12. We can get this. Yes, let's go with this. We can get that bogie. We can get that cab. We can have a 460. What's the difference? Euro 5 and Euro 6. Don't care. No, we're not going to pay an extra 200,000. An extra £200. No, we're not going to do that. Transmission, retarder. Yep, we'll go with the retarder. And what are we going to go? We're going to go regular. We're going to go that side, because although we're buying it in the UK, we don't want to be on the right hand side, because predominantly we're going to be driving in Europe. So we're going to go with black, and we're going to have any accessories. Let's go with the long and let's have a light bar. Let's have a cheap light bar, because we're going to stick some lights on it. And let's go with boom, boom, boom. Because you can never have too many lights. It really is an absolute necessity. Okay. We can't have that. I don't want to change anything else because it's all money. We don't really need to spend £300, £2,000 for a lorry that I'm going to trade in anyway. I don't want to stick any of that nonsense on. I don't want to stick any of that nonsense on. Nope, nope. That is good. We've got the only cab we can afford to buy. The only cab we're allowed to buy. The only bogie we're allowed to buy. I'm not spending £200 on excess. A retarder, which will help us when we go down hills. The left-hand cab interior, changed it to black, put some lights on it. That's it. We're all good. So let's confirm that we're spending £93,000. Boom. And let's purchase that. Now what I'm going to do is I have got £255,000 left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to expand my garage. You can see that there's one spot there. We're going to expand the garage to add another 2 drivers, and hopefully we should be able to afford an additional 2 drivers. That should help us pay back our loan faster. We're not going to upgrade the drivers' vehicles in the way that I've upgraded mine. So, but we are, if we escape, we are going to go to Company Manager, Garage Manager, and so let's select Liverpool, and let's upgrade it. And 144,000, that's a lot of money, but it has to be done. Because you need to have drivers as soon as possible. The sooner you can get drivers working for you, the sooner you can get extra money over and above what you're earning. Oh, look at that, the Liver building in the background, isn't that beautiful? And you can see my lovely truck in garage number 1. Sadly, it does this flyover all the time. Can we? Yes, we can get rid of it. So, let's go. Let's go to back. So we've got 111. We can probably get one more truck for that. So let's go back to the truck dealer. Let's select another truck. Let's visit the dealer. Yes, I'm sure we do. I mean, it does ask you, and it can get a bit irritating, but on the odd occasion when you don't mean to go there, it can be very useful when it asks you, are you sure? So, let's customize our config by changing just the colour. Boom! All my lorries are going to be black. So, that's going to cost us £81,912. We're not going to upgrade anything else. Actually, can we get money back on the... Yeah, 420. Yeah, we can get some money back on that. He doesn't need the retarder. Let's give him the European. Yeah, boom. And they don't get anything else. No, you don't need to give your drivers anything else. You really don't. It doesn't help you. See, I've saved about £1,000 taking the engine down to 420. So we're going to confirm that. We're going to purchase it, and then because we've already got a truck, it's going to ask us, do you want to drive this new truck? No, we don't. We've got our truck that we want to drive, which we've slightly upgraded. So let's select that. We've selected the slot. Okay, Now we need to go to the recruitment agency because we're going to add a driver to our going to add a driver to. God, it's English second language today. We're going to add a driver to our company. So we've only found 4 recruitment agents, and that's not really a great deal. We've got 1 in Liverpool and we've got 3 in Europe. So that only gives us access to 3 drivers and 1 page of drivers. So our easy choice, which is a no-brainer, is John here. He's got a 1.7 rating, £288 a day, and he's got 2 skill points on high-value cargo. So these symbols again: ADR, long distance, high value, fragile, just in time, and eco. So we're going to hire John. John's going to be our second driver, and we're going to slot him into Liverpool, yeah, and we're going to slot him into that truck. Okay, we hired a driver. He got his £288. We've still got £29,000. I like to have a little bit of cash, as I've already stated. Oh no, new upgrades. A light bar. Wow. Oh no, there's more. There's more. Yeah, we saw all of this stuff when we were looking at our truck. So we've done that. This now means that when we click job market, look, freight market's opened up. We can go and get a job on the freight market. Look at that, £12,000. Those prices go up considerably. I've seen £80,000, £90,000 jobs, but we are going to stick to our ethos of driving from Liverpool. Now, our highest value job here is a fuel tanker, 12 tons to Felixstowe. Sadly, we've already been. I'm looking at the places we've one of the high value ones we've already been, but we're going to go to Felixstowe. It's going to give us £10,000. Obviously, at this stage in our career, £10,000 is £10,000. So I'm going to quickly get a photograph of our offer. We're going to set that as our destination, and you'll see if we go back into to the freight market, to Liverpool, boom. You'll see that little GPS symbol indicates that that's where we've set our GPS to go to. That is a reminder of where we're going. Okay, but we've set our destination. So let's drive. Let's go and select. Let's go and collect our load, and let's take it to Felixstowe. So let's drive out of our garage in our beautiful Volvo FH, our FH sleeper. That is so beautiful. Obviously, this being my truck, I'm going to pimp this truck as and when that we get the ability to do so. I will not be pimping any of my other drivers. Oh, hello. Just double check that we're not going to see. And then when we have a gap, we're going to go after that green car. Boom, right. Oh no, I'm going the wrong bloody way. This is what happens when you don't pay attention to the map. So, curses. I'm going to block both lanes because I don't want anyone coming up inside me. Oh, demonstrating appalling driving standards from the get-go. Let's put our parking brake on so that we don't accidentally drift forwards. And then as soon as we've got the get-go, we will go and... Oh, no. And then soon... Oh, that's clear. Go on, that's a good boy. Good boy. Ah. There is something that we've not discovered in Liverpool. Do you know what? I'm going to go get that discoverable. I'm glad we turned around. The GPS, obviously, as you can see, as it always does, has rejigged. Typically, it wants us to go in the direction. Let's go on the outside here and stop for these reds, and then let's find this discoverable, and then go get our. Ooh, that Volvo looks nice in red. Should I have gone with red? No, don't second guess yourself. Black is the new black. I think this is a recruitment agency. Do you know what? I'm really annoyed with myself. Yep, recruitment agency. I'm annoyed with myself that I didn't have that one discovered before we hired John. Not that John is going to turn out to be a bad driver. John is going to be an excellent driver, we all know that. But it's good to have extra options. Actually, let's go around the outside. Now, my aim is going to be to not speed, to not crash, to not go through a red light, and to not be late. So that's going to be my targeted aim. I'm going to get through a journey on this without breaking the rules. So let's see how we do. Okay, and I think it's the only problem with having that mirror there is it blocks a significant portion of our view, which means we can't see oncoming traffic at things like roundabouts. Oh, I hope that bastard hasn't. No, he hasn't stolen our job. He hasn't got a trailer in his bogie. So yes, £29,500. When I did my private one, I just scraped past 20,000, and I bought a lorry, and I never got round to getting another driver straight away. I don't know why I didn't bother with that. I upgraded my depot straight away, and then I waited a couple of journeys, and before I put a driver in there, and that was 2 journeys that my driver could have been doing, that he didn't, because I just never got round to it, even though I had the money. Right then. Oh no! Like a noob, I've just driven past the marker. Right. So let's collect our job. Ooh, we still had 3 hours. That's good. So let's go and collect our load. I'm not particularly fond of this type of depot, because it doesn't give you much room at the entrance. So the number of times I've clattered into the archway coming in or going out oop, no, I want to go back. Ugh! I do this all the time. Right, come on, lock that bad boy in. There we go. T. Right, our trailer is on. It's dubiously shifted position, but I don't care. The trainer is on. So let's try and squeeze out of here without crashing into the archway. So, yes, we've done it in our beautiful FH16, and nothing in either direction. Wonderful. F5. Let's go left. Remembering that we're in the UK, and although we've bought a left-hand drive, we actually... Whoa! What am I doing? It's because I still had the view looking left. Oh, that was nearly a disaster. Alrighty, let's turn right. So, what was I doing before this, you might ask? Well, you probably didn't. You probably couldn't care less one way or the other. But I was watching Twitch. I discovered Twitch a while ago because of the PlayStation 4 launch in February. I'm a PlayStation 3 owner, and I was kind of interested to see what Microsoft and Sony would come out when they come out with when they brought their new consoles out. Now, as I've discussed already, I've nailed my colours to PlayStation again. There's probably not much difference in the hardware, and at the end of the day, it's a lot of my friends are sticking with the PS4, and a couple of new friends are excited by what the PlayStation 4 is offering, and so they're going to make the switch from 360 to 4. But they talked about Twitch at the conference, and then Microsoft talked about Twitch. Now, obviously, I'm in New Zealand for 12 months, and I don't want to buy a console in a foreign country. Lovely as New Zealand is, the plugs or sockets are different, and the PlayStation Store is different, and I don't want to go through the whole hassle. I've got so I'm gonna keep my powder dry. I will wait until I get back to the UK in May next year. I'll pre-order my PlayStation 4 before I get on the plane, and then I need to be in that lane. And then I will no doubt I'll have the PlayStation 4 delivered when I get there. Not before, obviously, not during, but maybe a few days, a week or two after I get home. That depends on supply issues, actually, to be honest. If the supply looks dodgy, if in February it looks like supply chain issues are going to mean I'm going to have to wait months, then I might pre-order it in February or March before I leave New Zealand. But we'll burn that bridge down when we come to it. So I'm going to need to get into the middle lane because I'm certainly not getting off this motorway very soon. So I discovered Twitch. Twitch is a streaming website. Basically, I hate the use of the word basically. And what have I done? I've just used it. It's a website and an app. Actually, there's a iOS and Android app for Twitch where you can follow other drivers. The gamers, while they play their games, and it's a tremendous amount of fun, actually. It's only fun if the person playing the game is fun to watch. I watch as of today, which is the 10th of December 2013. I'm watching a couple of guys on Twitch who are crazy fun. There's a guy in Australia called Dingo77. Dingo77. He's great fun. There's a chap in the United States. He's called Killer Quack. He's amazing fun to watch. And a chap in from the north of England who lives near London, called Squirrel's Nuts, who I think I've already mentioned in one of these videos. And those three guys are amazing fun to watch. It's not necessarily watching the game, although I do enjoy watching the game. And the Squirrel and Dingo are both Scania chaps. And so when I'm watching them, I'm watching them drive a vehicle that I'm unlikely to drive, because I'm a Volvo man. My chariot of choice is the Volvo, whereas they are definitely nailed their colours to the Scania flagpole. I think that Quack is a Scania man, but recently he's been driving a Volvo. But I think he prefers the Scania because he can go around corners faster. Which that guy's hilarious. I don't think he knows what the brake's for. So it's amazing to watch him in the stream. I don't think he's ever got an excellent rating because I think he crashes all the time. But of all the streamers that I've sort of flicked in and out of, they're more interesting because they're engaged with the audience. They chat to the audience. They're engaged with people and reading them, interacting, answering questions, and that is fascinating. to watch. It's really interesting to watch. It's much more fun to watch a channel. It's much more fun to watch a streamer who is aware of his audience, is engaged with the audience, and is having a conversation, and that you can be part of. And I think that's the nice thing about Twitch. I think it's the nice thing that Twitch has over YouTube. As much as I love YouTube, and I do love YouTube, it's a speed camera. Actually, let's get the speedo on my dial. If you press I, no, I can't read that clearly enough on my. I can't read that clearly enough on my screen, as you can tell. I mean, the image you're getting is almost as bad as the image I'm getting. Sorry, it's only slightly worse than the image I'm getting. This couldn't be a more lo-fi, low-tech podcast. It really couldn't. I'm playing this on a low-end laptop, no graphics card, the mid-scale RAM with a mid-scale CPU. It's an i3. I don't know how much RAM I've got, but it's not a great deal. It's the inbuilt, it's the motherboard's graphics card that's running this. And to cap it off, I'm recording this using an iPhone, so it couldn't be more low tech. It really couldn't. Okay, let's slow down like that. It looks like a Skoda. That yellow car looks like a Skoda. Not the joke that they used to be in the United Kingdom. In the UK, we used to think of Skoda as a joke. But they're a lot better. Imagine that might have something to do with the fact that they now are a part of the Volkswagen empire. And Volkswagens are well, I don't know what they're like now, but I had an old Mark II Golf GTI, and that thing was bulletproof. So we've got another four and a quarter hours of game time. So let's see, that's another 20 minutes of real time. So we should get this journey in under the hour, which is good, because I've noticed that my videos are knocking on the hour, and I'm wondering whether that's a bad thing or a good thing. Whether it's too long, should I cut these things down to like 20 minutes chunks? I mean, I'm going to have to. My iPhone doesn't have the memory to record longer than sort of 55 minutes to an hour. So when these things start to get close to an hour, I start to get a bit twitchy, which is even worse, because usually at that point I'm trying to park, and you know how bad I am at parking. So yes, Twitch is fabulous, and when I get back to the UK, I'm going to be looking into that. That looks fun. Obviously, getting people to watch your stream is a difficult thing to do. Being entertaining, I think, is possibly the key to it. Killer was saying that to the stream I was watching today, that his secret sauce to getting people to watch was having a face cam, a webcam pointing at his face. I can see where it's coming from. I don't necessarily agree. When I'm looking at a stream, yes, it's nice to have that extra cam. Although I have to say, I'm more interested in the equipment that people are using. So if there's a guy or a gal who is driving it and they're using a wheel, I kind of rather see the wheel. See how they're using the wheel. See which buttons they've mapped to what. And that's probably what I would prefer to do, is to have a webcam on the wheel. But it is entertaining to watch Killer. But one of the streams I really like, Dingo, doesn't have any extra cam. He's only got the feed, and that's fine, because he's quite. Ooh, there's a speed camera. He's quite amusing, and he's quite knowledgeable. And another thing, actually, is a knowledgeable. I don't know whether I'll succeed, because I'm not as knowledgeable as the three guys that I've talk about, like Killer and Dingo, because they're quite practiced, and actually Squirrel. They're all long service medal holding streamers, and so they've been through the pain of getting their stream to work, and so it's quite interesting watching them use what I see as gobbledygook, but explaining so that I can understand what it is they're talking about. I don't get everything because I'm not streaming and I haven't attempted to stream, and so that sort of the sort of language they're using is a little bit Greek to me, because it's not part of my experience. But obviously, if I do take the streaming button up, I'm going to be looking at the likes of those three guys for advice. Some of them are more committed than others. Like Quack's amazing. That guy does like 6-7 hours at a time. I mean, I like Squirrel will do 3. Dingo does 4 or 5. But like Killer Quack, the last stream I was on, I came in 3 hours into a 7-hour stream, and he'd done two 12-hour streams the weekend before. That is commitment to streaming that I don't think I will have the time for. But I'm going to be in full-time employment when I get back to the UK. So my streaming's going to be evenings and weekends. Although I will probably be, if I do take up the streaming as a thing, then I will be online during the day for Americans and also for Australians and New Zealanders, which is amusing. I'm constant, like when I'm watching Squirrel here in Cambridgeshire streaming. I'm sort of a little bit weirded out, because that's the part of the world that I'm from. The UK, and it's now the part of the world I'm living. I used to live in, that I will live in when we go back to the UK. Sort of in and around London. Cambridge is like actually he's not Cambridgeshire. Sorry, he's Essex, which is northwest of London, I think. But I'm going to be living in Greater London. See, I've already got income from my driver. He's already got me £400. Already his employment's paying off. Now it's going to take a while for him to earn back the money for the £80,000, but it's going to happen. The more journeys they do, the more experienced they are. I've left his training unbalanced. I'm picking the training that I do, but John's training will be balanced, meaning that the experience will be spread out evenly over all of the skill types. So he will skill up in a fairly even manner. Oh, I need to be one over. Get over there. Good. See, this is the roads just don't look like it's in the UK. Motorways do not split up into a single lane at a junction. They simply don't. Whoa, slow down. When you get off, you peel off onto a slip road. So the first time I played this in the UK and I was on one of these motorways, I accidentally peeled off, and I was like, no, I don't want to do that. And at the peel off, you can go straight up. Not all of these junctions will let you go straight back on like they will in real life, because road transport network designers figure people will accidentally make mistakes, so they try and fit in ways of people getting over those mistakes. So the plan when I get back to the UK, we do have to peel off here. is to empty. I've got a case with a dead computer in it at the moment. So the plan is to strip the motherboard. I've got two 350 gig hard drives in there, which they're not much use. 350 gig isn't much use. So they might become additional overflow hard drives or something. I don't know. I'm going to get a solid state drive to put for the operating system and to put the games on, so that they launch and play faster. And then I'm going to get a couple of massive drives, one for video, one for photos and music and everything else. I'm going to get a PCIe motherboard, because the dead computer had an AGP, but AGP is so 20th century. Gonna see what motherboard works best with this particular game, because I'm not going to have that many PC games. I'm more of a console gamer. This game has really dragged me back to the PC big style. Yes, I'm going to try and build a computer that is going to be big enough and tough enough to handle gaming and streaming at the same time. So I need to investigate what I need to do for that. Indeed. And then yes, and then obviously let my wife use that computer. I'll get a MacBook for my internet and stuff. But I'm going to build a rig for this game. And as you know, I'm going to order my PS4 and Vita. I'm going to try and order a Vita before the UK gets stuck with the light Vita. I'm not interested in an LED screen. I want the OLED, the OLED. So I'm going to have an expensive couple of months when I get back to the UK. Good. I do not want to get caught by a speed camera. I can't. This is the thing. When I'm driving in the UK in this game, I know what the speed cameras look like. But in Europe, I keep getting caught out, especially in towns, because the speed cameras just don't. I don't know. I haven't seen them. The ones on the motorway kind of look like they're on a scaffold that's slung like a hangman's jib. Slung over the road, so I can spot those, but I keep getting caught out by the ones in mainland Europe, in the towns and the outskirts of towns. Mind you, that said, I do keep getting caught by the ones that are by junctions. This game has sticks speed cameras by the junctions of motorways to big towns. So you're supposed to slow down. Like the speed limit in the UK is 70 miles an hour, which is crikey, what's that? 112k. But the game wants you to slow right down at junctions, so I think it chops it to like 50, which isn't realistic. The only time that they slow you down in the game is when at an accident, when you're at roadworks, or when the weather conditions dictate they have to slow you down. So like really thick fog, really heavy snow, really heavy rain. Then they will. Oh, I need to be over. They will slow you down. So we're going to go around the outskirts of London and head to Felixstowe. So I kind of want this to be done in 10 minutes, so that I don't bust the hour on this video. And yeah, I've got 30 minutes, so that's like a minute of drive of real time, I think, before we're in Felixstowe. and then probably another half an hour of real-time parking because I'm that bad at the moment. It's bonkers. I don't know whether it's because I'm concentrating on trying to talk at the same time as driving, because when I'm in my private one, I tend not to chat. I tend to be listening to music, or I tend to be listening to a podcast. And so maybe it's because I'm concentrating more on the driving. Let's get down to 50, which is 80k. So we're well within that. Ooh, we're over here. We're right here. This is it. So yeah, I think it might be because I'm concentrating more on the driving and less on the chatting that I'm not crashing as much. So let's just double check that we're not gonna hit anyone. Please don't. The trouble can be, you can be clear, and then by the time you've pulled out suddenly from nowhere, the game has spawned a car coming at you. I've had that happen several times where I've turned the camera using the mouse. I've gone, had a look, I'm all clear, and then by the time I've got the camera back in the right place and I've started moving, I've got a car underneath between the tractor and the trailer. It's a nightmare. But that's, that's another thing. I mean, as much fun as I'm having with this game with the keyboard, I can't wait for steering wheel and track IR. I really can't. It will revolutionise my game. So this is where we've got to stick it. So let's go all the way up there. Oh, lovely! It's given us a chance to straighten out. Right. Let's back up. And I've got to remember to keep talking. That's the deal with these online videos. Is if you're playing someone's game, as long as you're talking, they can't accuse you of copyright infringement, because essentially what you're doing is you're commenting on the game, which falls within fair use. I think we're nearly done. Are we first time in? No, I knew it was too good to be true. It's because my tractor is facing in the wrong direction. I think that should be it now. I think we should be okay. Yes, we're golden. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. I was complaining that it would take forever to do, and it didn't. I was wiggled in and out. I mean, now that is not what I would call good parking. And if I was the recipient of those goods, I'd be pissed at me for not parking it properly. But I think that's good enough. I think that is excellent. The cargo's ready for unloading, so let's... Boom! Excellent! No crashes, no speeding, no fines for going through speed lights. Where are we? Excellent. 407k, 5 hours and 5 minutes of in-game time, 200.2 litres of fuel consumed. We got a base reward of £9,620, a proficiency bonus of £577. We got an XP bonus for ADR Class 3, and we got our parking bonus. So we got 537 XP, and we got £10,197. And look, we leveled up, guys. I'm level 5. Level 5 enthusiast. Look at that. That is awesome. I'm so chuffed with that. So the first journey in our brand new Volvo FH16, or I just think it's a standard FH actually. I don't think you get to call it a 16 until you've got the bigger engine. But we're going to upgrade this little fella. But we're going to do that in the next video. We're going to apply the skill point that we'll have earned from leveling up. We're going to look at what upgrades are available for our beautiful brand new FH16. FH, sorry. We're going to check to see how John, our driver's, doing. We're going to see whether we've earned enough cash to add a third lorry and driver. I doubt we will. No, actually, I'm certain we won't actually, because we need 80,000 for the lorry, and we need 1,000 for the driver, and then we need some cash for things like fuel and tolls and the like. But I've got no compunction about upgrading my lorry, none whatsoever. So, on that note, thank you very much for watching. If you watched, thank you very much if you've watched it all the way to the end. I can't apologise enough for the quality of this video, but then we're playing it this way for a reason. We're playing it to demonstrate that you don't need to spend thousands of pounds to enjoy this fantastic game. Don't get me wrong, as soon as I'm back in the UK, I will be spending thousands of pounds to play this game at the very highest quality and highest level. And as soon as I'm able to do that, I will be starting a new series, and I'll be uploading those videos. I probably won't be putting up another Keyboard Road Warriors when I'm able to play it with a wheel on a high-end computer. What I might do is, if I in the gap between putting together the new computer, between arriving in the UK and putting together the new computer, I might continue to play this, but with the steering wheel on this laptop. We'll see how that goes. It might not work. But anyway, as I said, thank you very much for watching. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope that you'll watch the next one, and the next one, and the next one. All right. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.